You shouldn't have to be bogged down into the story if you just want to pick up the game and start playing it. You should be able to enjoy the game however you want to. And even if that means skipping the cutscenes on your first time through. And not knowing what the hell is going on. I think that's perfectly fine. Because if you want to enjoy the story, you can sit down and play the game and enjoy the story. But if you don't want to, you just want to pick it up and play it, and you can do that.
Not for me. Nope. To me, that's disrespecting what those people put hours and days and months of work into.
I don't feel that's disrespecting them at all, because at the end of the day, the game is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And if you're having fun with it, that's totally... I mean, I don't think they'd think you're disrespecting it if you just skip over the story. Or even if you enjoy the story and you don't like the gameplay.
That's like reading a comic book just for the pictures.
Exactly.
Get shit out of it.
Exactly.
No,
You're just reading the comic books. Well, I guess reading the comic book for just the pictures.
I don't.
It doesn't, because they're enjoying the medium the way they want to. Why should they have to enjoy it a specific way? Why should anyone have to enjoy a thing a specific way?
Why do you have to read a book to learn to know what the book's about? Otherwise, there's no point in reading the goddamn book.
Why isn't there a point in reading the goddamn book?
Well, if you're not gonna read it, and you're looking at pages.
You can pick up the book. You can start. Remember, free, 100%, 50% off.
Yeah.
The abridged, when the main character says, "I may not be able to read, but I can enjoy books in a different way." By smelling the pages and feeling the paper.
Feeling the paper.
You could. I mean, it's a medium. It's a form of art. You should be able to enjoy it the way you want to, not how someone else decides how you enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a little confusing.
How is it confusing?
Why would you... Okay, when I read a comic book, yeah, the art is amazing, but what am I, like, if someone asks me, what's that book about? I don't fucking know.
I don't know, the pages just look really pretty. Guys are punching people and stuff. You're thinking of it from like a knowledge type of perspective, not from like purely enjoying it.
Well, that's
because if you just started picking up a game and started playing it, someone asked you, "Well, what's that game about?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. It's just fun." I mean, they can give that kind of response, and like, you know, the other dude would just be like, "Okay, fine, whatever. Then I'll just go look it up somewhere else." Like you don't have to know everything about the game to enjoy it. What I'm trying to say here is that you can just play the game, you can enjoy it however you want to. You don't have to do it by following the story.
You can't do that. I'm saying why not just at least learn the story?
But the way you're saying it here is like you have to enjoy it the specific way.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying it's disrespectful to the person who made
No, you're still saying
the story. I'm
yeah.
not saying like no, don't do it that way. That's evil and retarded. I'm just saying that just feels wrong in my opinion.
No, you're still saying that it's wrong. But why is it wrong?
Because they made the story. Why don't you just take the time to figure out if the story's good or not? Technically,
you don't have to.
Dirge of Cerberus has a shitty story. I still at least I took the time to be like, oh, is this a good story? Nah, but at least the game was still fun. But at least you know it was a shitty story.
Well, that's good for you, but you know other people may not want to. And I think that's fine. They don't have to.
I don't know.
Skippable cutscenes for everything. Everything should be skippable. And I don't think it's disrespectful because, again, at the end of the day, all they're trying to do is make a fun game. That's what a game is. It's a game. It's fun.
I don't know, but a lot of questions, when I play games, a lot of questions pop up in my head, like, who's that guy? Why's he doing this? Why is he fun?
So,
like,
if you made, like, a book, for instance, you made a story, and people read it and they didn't enjoy it, but they still read through it, would you be satisfied?
Yeah, because at least they took the time to read it.
But they didn't enjoy it.
Who cares? It just, at least they read it, and then they have that knowledge to say, I didn't enjoy it for this reason. And they're not just saying, well, I hated it. Why? Well, I didn't really play it through, and I didn't get it. That's blatant stupidity. Like, how can you hate on something without having proper reasons to hate it? That's like saying, I hate God of War's story. Well, what did you hate about the story? I don't know, I just played it for the combat. Well, how can you hate the story if you didn't pay attention?
But that's different. No, you're mixing two different things here. I'm talking about enjoyment. You're talking about, like, the ideas that were put into the game and analyzing those ideas.
What do you mean? Because
the Pokemon has an underlying theme of trainers working together with animals to fulfill a purpose and solve that problem. If you ask someone about that, you know, they can totally talk about that without ever having needed to play the game.
Not entirely true, because
that is
each
totally
team
entirely
had a
true.
different objective, and there
No,
was
that's
different
no underlying theme overall, not what the themes.
Yes, the
teams
underlying
are.
theme, but the stories are completely.
But you don't
different.
need to. But you don't need to play the game to understand that.
I'm not saying you do, but well, how would you not have to play the game to understand that if you?
Because you can just watch the cutscenes, you can read the dialogue. You don't need any of that to understand the story and the ideals that these people have.
Well, that goes down to my different argument of I don't approve of people who just watch a game.
Yeah, but now you're mixing two different things and saying like, oh, these two need to like coincide. That's the only way to truly understand something.
Well, the thing is, my main gripe of the game is I want it to be immersive. I want to be able to get involved in the game.
And you're asking too much of the game. You want it to be an entirely virtual life. Immersion, that's what it is. That you want to get sucked into it, completely forgetting everything else, you know, around you, and be like almost as if though you are that character in that game.
Yeah.
Adopting that entire life.
Yeah.
But that's asking too much of a game because there's some parts that you can't have, like smell or feeling.
Now you're just getting too specific about it, though.
Well, what I am trying to say is that story and gameplay are not necessarily, don't need to necessarily be together.
What I'm saying is, I give Capcom the credit for trying to make Resident Evil story. Like, they tried. They continually made the story continue. It really went ridiculous, but at least they put effort, they made the story, they gave you something to work with, and not just like said, fuck it entirely.
Yeah, well, they put something there, but did it need to be there for you to enjoy the game? Let me ask you that.
Did it need to be there to enjoy
Does a story
the game?
need to be there for you to enjoy a game?
For me, kind of. Not like all the way. I mean, I still had questions like, why did they attack China? Why is the bomb being placed here? Why has Umbrella not been shut down yet? Why is this guy turning into a Tyrannosaurus Rex beast? If you just skip all that, then you're just like, oh, well, what the fuck's happening? Oh, this is happening, I guess. I don't know, it just, that then leaves questions and you're not paying attention fully to the game. You're asking questions. At least I am.
Okay, well, you're asking questions, sure, but that's because you want to understand what's going on in the game. You're not seeking to have, you know, you're not seeking to have enjoyment for it. You're not wanting to play the game. You want to know what's going on. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? It's a different thing. Because story is there to make the gameplay make sense. Where do you want to go?
To places. I don't know where we went.
Okay, so
Just stay here in Pyrite Town, I guess.
go to your PDA.
I don't do PDA.
Yes, you do. Shut up. Go to your PDA, and then go to strategy memo. Or no, mailbox. Mailbox. So last thing someone said, Cipher's plan, net pyrite. I have complete analysis on the data realm, but I did make a stunning discovery about Cipher's plans. Please come right away so we can discuss this in person. So he's in pyrite, meaning that you have to go up to Net, who's up in that building right there with the satellite. Yeah. That's the ONBS building, which is the news headquarters for all of what is this region? Ori. That's it. Oreos.
The Aura region?
The Ori regions.
Oreo.
The oral regions. And then you go in here and people are knocked out and you're like, what the fuck happened?
And this room is just like, I don't like my trainer anyway.
Exactly.
Because I'm a shroomish. And no one loves me unless they know what I evolve into.
Breloom. But even then, nobody likes Shroomish.
They came and they took Meg.
Meg is Net's younger sister, you know, she's a receptionist. Oh, she's the receptionist.
We don't really... You can
So it looks like she didn't have to suck dick to get that job. But I bet she's probably sucking dick upstairs right now.
Just because she can.
Yeah, just
Gotta respect
just
them
because
dick
she
sucking.
can.
You saved us, thank you. You better be careful.
So I think like you can catch a Vulpix in this area. I think maybe a Makuhita. couple of other things. Did you heal?
No.
You should probably like put some super potions on these guys, just so that they do things. There, and then once you go through here, though, someone's gonna
Fight.
Huh? Okay. Did we already do some of this already? Oh!
Where did you come from?
He hit himself. I shit you not. Like this, he explains.
You look mystified.
Oh, how was I?
I tell you what I did. I braced myself flat up against the ceiling. I demand your respect. Nah, you just.
I demand your respect, too.
Like, you know, you could have just waited for me at the top of the elevator.
Nah, man. I was trying to be cool. Torkin.
Leon and Surskin.
This music, though. So in like the grand scheme of things, like which is the most nefarious team in all of Pokemon?
Definitely Team Rocket, because they killed Pokemon.
They killed Pokemon?
They shot them.
I would say Plasma.
What?
Because they did a terrifying thing where they had people actually agreeing with their ideas. They had people agreeing with, like, oh, release your Pokemon and all that. They were lying on the morally ambiguous line. They were, see, here's the line, and they were just dancing all over it.
Really? Yeah, Team Plasma was the one trying to release Pokemon, or?
Yeah, what's his Gestus wanted everyone to release their Pokemon so that he would be the only one with Pokemon to take over the world. Which, is a really stupid plan, but the way they implemented it was great. They just like made people think about their ideas and their thoughts. So you can totally use like Dig on Kecleon and be super effective.
And then I guess we'll bite Surskit.
You, that's Bug. You want to bite Bug?
Water Sprite.
Bug is disgusting. That's critical hit.
Oh, Betty.
This is not good for Humpy Nips.
Please turn the camera up, just please. I know
He doesn't turn the camera up until like 26. I'm surprised you kept him in against a water type.
I've got balls.
No, you're asking for a death wish. Right there. I hate Fury Swipe so much.
I know. I hate anything that's 2 to 5.
I remember back in Red and Blue, where Bind didn't let you do anything for the turn.
That.
You couldn't do a thing for the turn. You just had to sit there and just keep getting hit by the residual bind over and over again until, you know, the game decided, oh, well, fine, we'll let him do things. We'll let him off.
So
yeah, so it's a Makihito. That's one of the Pokemon that you can catch.
The others.
Vulpix, Mawile. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Pokemon too. Fuck me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can catch Fuck me.
You mean be nice? Okay, good.
Yeah, hit the one with the more HP.
I guess I'll just do it.
I'll use ground type.
I should switch. That would be a smart idea.
You should probably switch Humpy Nips. If anything. Because he's got
nips though.
Okay, fine, then heal him. You have to think about this strategically, because this is chess. The Pokemon is just glorified chess.
Yeah.
It's like Magic the Gathering, but with less rules.
Now Hariyama is okay fighting type, I guess.
It's okay.
I mean, Belly Drum and Smelling Salts, that's about it. Those aren't even that great.
Well, Smelling Salts, all that does is cure paralysis, but it does damage too, so, I mean, why would you ever use it against your own Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only reason why Smelling Salts is there. Other than that, Belly Drum is really good, because it maxes out its HP. Plus,
no, it doesn't cut its HP in half, but it maxes out the stats.
Oh yeah, that's right. It maxes out its attack stat,
Yeah.
cuts its HP in half, which is a phenomenal, strategy for Azumarill, because then you give it Citrus Berry, brings its HP a little bit back up after triggering the Citrus.
Oh, I guess you can.
Yeah, after triggering the Citrus Berry, and then you use Aqua Jet, because it can learn that, so it has priority, so it doesn't need to worry about the speed. So you're hitting them with max physical Aqua Jets.
Shit.
Each turn, it's like, holy shit, indeed. Shadow Blitz is gonna hoit.
It was super effective.
You know what else was super effective?
not magnitude.
My dick.